The Wreck 始めていきます。すごい軽快な音楽が急に流れたね。
I have a confession. I love crappy romantic comedies. Yeah, it's a cliche. I can't help it. I love them. All those movies have that scene, you know? The girl is at her wit's end. She's been crying her eyes out. Her makeup is running. She looks like a zombie. She's done. Which is when Ryan Gosling knocks on her door to coax her out.
Miss.
Shit ってあるけど、どうしようって。
shit. That sounds nothing like Ryan Gosling.
クリックすればいいのね。
See, this is the problem with my life in a nutshell. It's not romantic, and it's certainly not a comedy. All right, where am I? What happened?
女の子がボロボロになるような恋愛ストーリーが好きなんだね。で、これで、Where? What? どこだったっけ？何が起きたんだっけ？で、クリックできるのか。どこだったっけ？病院にいるんだ。
And then, really, really hot. And I guess that I fainted.
記憶を失っちゃったの？これ、ここクリックしていいのかな？
Well, drop to the restroom floor like a sack of potatoes. No better place for a nap.
Are you okay, miss?
Oh, shit, the doctor.
ドクター。これなんだろうね、意味がわからない。Honestly? 正直に
Not really, no. I'll be alright, though.
Are you sure?
なんか倒れちゃったみたいなんだけどね。本当に
as if I could be sure of anything. Still, I should probably update my guardian angel. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe there's something I know for sure.If I have to spend one more second lying on this filthy floor...
トイレで倒れちゃったんだね。
I'm pretty sure that I'm going to vomit. Vomit again, I guess.
もう、ゲロっちゃったが2回目のゲロになるんじゃないかと。I'm just a little nauseous. そう。
I'm just a little nauseous.
ちょっと気分が悪いだけ。
I just had a little bit of a moment. A big moment. But it's over now.
ダメでしょ、これ。
Sorry, I ducked out. I'm already feeling much better.
本当かよ。もう大丈夫ですって言うんだけど、それしか選択肢がないからね。
Can I? Most people don't actually want you to be honest with them.
そうね、強がってることが大事だったりするからね。まあ、すぐ出ますよ。
Those weren't here before. Do you think they have any idea where they are?
I'm sure this comes as a shock, but it is crucial that you understand the situation. Your mom had a brain aneurysm. Do you know what that means?
Mom.
Brain aneurysm.
Funny. I could never get myself to call her mom. She's always been Marie to me. As I understand it, it's a weakened artery wall?
Correct. And that artery ruptured, which caused a hemorrhage. It is a serious situation. We need to prepare for whatever happens next very quickly indeed.
I've watched enough Grey's Anatomy to know that this is not good.
グレイズアナトミー見てるから、この自分の状態があまり良くないっていうのは分かってるって言うんだけど、なんか脳内出血かな？どれぐらい深刻なんでしょうか？
What can I do?
Anything related to medical care will be my team's responsibility. But you are her trusted advocate.
I'm sorry,
you should be
her what now?
Do you not remember? This is the reason we called you. We have your name and your number, which means that you signed the release.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
And since she's not able to express her will, it falls to you to speak on her behalf. But I presume you discussed that when you went through the process. So you must know that there are a number of options to consider.
なんかあったみたいなんだけど、覚えてなかったみたいね。
She put my name on the form without asking me. She must have forged my signature. It's hardly a surprise. She's always done that kind of stuff. But I'm not making any important decisions.
なんか契約させられたんだけど、彼女はそれに同意してないと。
A phone
びっくり。
call from the hospital, that was a surprise. I'd never have thought anything so serious would happen to her. Anyway, when she's back on her feet, she's going to have a good laugh about this. The idea of me deciding on her behalf.
結局この人が決断しなきゃいけないことになっ
I've
た
had
と。
my share of this kind of responsibility, and it didn't turn out well. However, my dear mother doesn't seem to understand.
で、お母さんとの間に何かあったみ
Of
たい
course,
だね。
Jan will have her say, and if we disagree, all hell will break loose. Pitting us against one another at a time like this, that's exactly what my mother would do. I feel trapped, like a fish in a barrel.
お母さんと何かあったみた
Oh,
いだ
come
け
to
ど
think of
ね。
it, I would love that. A 30-second memory, and not a care in the world. Fear me, sharks, for I am the terror of the oceans. That reminds me of the nickname I got during swim class in middle school.
学校で水泳教室があった時のニックネームを思い出した。
Haters, all of them.
I'm
Sea
sorry,
hag.
Miss Fortin.
Demange. I went back to my maiden name.
I'm sorry, that wasn't in your file. Listen, I understand that this is all very sudden, but we don't have a lot of time. We need to focus.
We do indeed.
Why do you think I'm here? なんでここにいると思ってるの？
Why do you think I'm here?
Let me be clear, miss. I'm not your enemy. I'm just the on-call physician. So we can work together to help your mother, or we can wait 7 hours, 22 minutes, and 17 seconds. And then I can go home, and you can pick up the conversation with Dr. Zorzin instead. But I should warn you, Zorzin is an old coot.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I deserve that one.
It's okay. I understand. It's not an easy situation. Our major concern right now is the hemorrhage is spreading. There's the risk of a cerebral vasospasm. That is a complication which could severely affect her brain.
Is she going to die?
お
We're
母
doing
さん
our
は
best to
ね
make、sure that doesn't
脳
happen.
内出
There
血
could
ってい
be
うのかな
long-term
起きて、
consequences. This sort of event severely impacts the body, and mental
もしかし
functions
た
may
ら
also be impaired. I need to know if you
寝た
and
きに
your
なっちゃ
mother
うか
will
も
be
しれ
able
ない
to
ね。
deal with that sort of complication.
impacts the
I'm not
body.
ready for this.
そうだよね。
Holy
だから障害を負っちゃうかもしれないと、お母さんがね。
shit.
いやもうそうよね。そういう言葉にはなるわ。
No, it can't be.
寝たきになったら
What do
じ
you
ゃあ
mean?
どうなっちゃうんでしょうか。
To be completely frank, if we're able to pull your mother through this, there's only a small chance she'll be like she was before.
Small? How
前みたい
small?
に戻るのはなかなか難しいみたいね。
In all probability, she will never be quite the same. Some people would prefer not to keep living under such circumstances. That rather their medical care were geared more around letting go as gracefully as possible. What I need to know is, what would your mother want?
I don't know how to answer that. Last time she told me she wanted something, it was...
いや本人の意思がなかったらそれは娘さんの方にね任せるってことにはなるよね。どうするんですかっ
to
て。
be in MoMA.
Excuse me?
MoMA? The museum in New York.
Miss Demange, Wait, your mother's that Marie Demange? The artist?
有名な人みたいね。この主人公のお母さん。有名な
Ah,
アーテ
there
ィ
it
スト
is.
さん。
Works every time. Once people figure out who Marie is, snap! Their whole demeanor changes. They feel like they know her somehow.
気づいてる人いると思うんですけど、フランス語のアクセントですね。なん
Of
か有
course,
名
they're
みたいです
completely
ね。
wrong. Oh, she takes
お
them
母さん
in
ね。
with her dog and pony show. But there's a world of difference between who she is in public and in private. And if this doctor knew Marie, the real her, she would realize how ridiculous her question is.
まあアーティストのマリーとお母さんのマリーは違うんだと。ドゥマンシュ、マリー・ドゥマンシュ。そうです。ドゥマリー・ドゥ
Yeah,
マンシュ。
the Marie de Mange. And I'm her
Demange
assistant,
か。
I guess. I
あれ
handle the business, the management, the press, so that she can be fully dedicated to her art, you see? Anyway, the other day, I got a call from Centre Pompidou. They want to do a retrospective on her life and work. Can you imagine? The billboards, the crowds, the press, the whole shebang. And I'm like, hell yeah! I hop into my car, I rush over to tell her, I run into the workshop, yelling, and you know what she said? Did you hear from Mama? Ugh. Someone had told her they were considering her self-portrait 8, a canvas from her latest series. A whole exhibit in Paris, on the other hand, she didn't care. So, that's my mother. Most of the time, I don't know. I have no idea what she wants.
I know what I'm asking isn't easy. I can give you a little time to think.
Like that would change anything.
モマにニューヨークにあるあれはなんだろう、現代美術館っていうのかな、まああそこに出せるような有名なアーティストだったんだけど、まあ、今意識ないんだろうね。でそんな有名な人の決断なんかそんな簡単にできるわけないだろうと。
Yeah. I suppose I need to think about it. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
とりあえず車に乗る？
That I'm running away again.
また逃げ出すのって言われるんじゃない？
What did she expect? That I just show up and what? Decide whether she lives or she dies? I don't even know how I'm supposed to make it to the end of the day, let alone. Oh,
おおおおおおおおおおおおお。いや、母ちゃんだけでなく自分もっていうか、なんか掴めたりすんのかな。あ、そうだわ。これは何？鏡かな。ファンデー
I
ション。
remember. Diane and I found an injured bird in the backyard. It was tiny.
傷ついた鳥を見つけたと。お友達かな。
I think it was around the
お母さん
time
か。
Marie had set up her new studio in the sunroom.
お母さんがいて友達もいたのか。妹？
That was also my first experience with death.
これが最初の死の体
In
験だっ
fact,
た。
I also had a really weird dream that night. Something about that day always seemed off. I never figured out why.
その日はなんか
Why am I
変な
thinking about
日
this
だった。
now?
なんか変な人いたよね。先に進むにはレフトクリック。戻すにはライトクリック。先に進んでみようか。おお。あ、戻った。お？ねこれ。モベロ。
Do you recognize it? This is the mobile that Marie made me before I was born.
お
It's
母さんが作っ
exquisite
てくれ
and
た
delicate.
メリーか。
I loved it. And you did too. I think I still have it in a box somewhere.
まだ取っといてあるみたいね。もうちょっと戻ってみる？これは何だろう？
I think I saw a big shadow moving down the hallway that night. I imagined a monster bird was visiting us. For a long time, I thought it was just a strange dream.
変な夢だね。でも夢じゃなかった。本当にあったこと？お、なんか見えてきたぞ。
Back then, Marie wasn't very well known, but she was hardworking. She had just started a series on birds, actually. They were all over the house. She considered them a symbol.
これがお母さんの絵かな？鳥の絵を描いてたんだ。何のシンボルだろう
A
ね。
postmodern symbol of anti-anthropic levity. Classique Marie.
まだ巻き戻せるの？お、
Marie
鳥。
was always quite passionate about birds. So I suggested we keep this one as a pet once it got better. I could already imagine it. A beautiful cage tucked in the corner of the studio. She got so mad. At the time, I didn't understand why she reacted like that. But now...
鳥に興味があったんだ
Marie
ね。
told us she'd take care of the birds, so we went back to playing. I never saw it again. And when I asked what happened, she said it just flew away. I was so relieved.
鳥さんどこ行っちゃったのって飛んでっちゃったって嘘だろうねきっとね。あ、ここに戻ってきたのか。
The nest was high up in the tree, but the wind blew
鳥
it
の巣。
down. The bird was obviously young. It was a big fall. It must have been badly hurt. I didn't realize it at the time.
そっか、上から落ちてきちゃったのか。あー、なんかあるな。これなんだろう。
Yeah,
Suitcase.
Diane was so proud of packing her own suitcase. Her father came to pick her up that afternoon. She spent the weekend with him and her stepsister. I was a bit jealous, but also happy to have some time with my mother. Just us.
あー、血は繋がってないけど姉妹って感じなのかな。巻き戻すか。あ、なんだなんだ。なんか、ガーデンド
Now
ア。
I know for certain that someone was in the backyard that night. And since Diane was at her father's, it must have been Marie. What was she doing out there? Maybe...
この時マリーは何をしていたのかってことか。巻き戻してみるか。一緒にいた子がもういなくなったから彼女ではないはず。
Marie is really an astonishing person, you know? She's usually hard, but also she could be vulnerable sometimes. She couldn't stand seeing the bird injured. She knew it would never recover. It was too weak. I remember she said, "Not being able to fly, that's no life for a bird." She thought it would be better off dead. She could have just abandoned it, let things run their course. But I don't think she did. I think she killed it with her own hands. It sounds cruel, doesn't it? But that's
鳥を
just
殺しちゃったんだ
Marie.
ね。
That's her outlook on life. She's all or nothing.
飛べないなら死んだ方がいいっていう。究極っちゃ究極なんだけど、まあ、鳥にとってはそうだよ
What I
ね。
need to know is, what would your mother want?
お母さんの望んでいるものは何かと聞かれ
I'm
ま
not
したけれど
ducking
も。
out. Not this time. After all, isn't this what Marie wanted?
ね、抱きになるぐらいだったらお母さんだったらもしかしたらもう行っちゃった方がいいって、まあ、思うだろうな。
I think... My legs are shaking. Maybe I'm having another turn. I think I need a sugary drink.
Understood.
Do you need anything?
Well, I need more coffee. But if I drink another one, my stomach's going to declare war on the rest of me.
そうだね。なんか甘いものが必要っていうことでね。自動販売機に来ましたけれども。
One thing's for sure, she's a radical. She's all or nothing, all the time.
うん。
I understand. It's hard to contemplate the idea of living with a disability.
It's not that, not at all. If we were talking about me or someone else, I would say it's gonna be fine. You adapt. People do it all the time. They have to. Life's too important. I would say that. She wouldn't. I'm not sure that answers your question.
She certainly comes across as rather forthright.
You don't say.
I've seen her on TV a couple of times. My father loves her. She's an extraordinary artist. In her interviews, she's so impressive, fierce even. It must be quite something to be the daughter of someone so talented.
I've heard this one before. That's a polite way to say it can't be easy to have a nutcase for a mother.
まあアーティストね、あれだけ有名なアーティストの娘っていうことで、常に、こう彼女はね見られてるわけですよ。だから彼女自身じゃなくてマリーの娘っていうことでね。これまだ続くのかな。もしかしてこれ変えられるってことかな。あ、慣れるよ。You get
You
used
get
to
used to it. Doctor, do we know why? Why this happened? We were just having dinner last night. She was fine.
There could be a lot of factors. Family history, hypertension, alcohol consumption.
I did have a pretty severe hangover this morning.
Even past trauma, like a
Sky
historic
Raptor,
head
man.
injury. It's hard to say right now. All right, Miss Demange, I'll give you time to think. Let's speak again in about 2 hours, if that works for you.
Sounds good. Can I see her?
Yes, of course. Let me find out her room number.
あ、また後でってことになったんだけど、体験はこれで終わりじゃないの？もしかして過去変えられるって感じ？
I know what I have to do, what I should do. It wasn't that long ago that I could write this kind of scene without breaking a sweat. I step into the room, there'll be tubes everywhere, beeping sounds. The
お母
audience
さ
will
ん見に行くん
know
だろう
that
ね。
it's serious. Then I start bawling my eyes out. I collapse on my mom's bed, pouring out snot from my nose. Or maybe I'll be dignified, stony-faced, standing quietly in the corner.
そう
Close
だ
up
ね、
on my
実際お母
face.
さん見た
They'll
ら
see
ね、
I'm suffering. Deep inside, a single tear rolls down my cheek.
なんだろうね、自分だったらどういう反応するだろうか。
That's exactly how it will happen. Or what should happen. There's just one problem.
めっちゃリアクションいいか、もう動けなくなるかのどっちかってことか。じゃあ中
I
入り
really
ましょう。
must. She probably needs me.
体験版あれで終わりと思ったんだけど違うみたいね。やり直すことできるのか。無
I
理。
don't know why, but I can't open that door.
え？嘘でしょ？これで終わりなんだ、体験版は。あそこでさ、デモやり直しますかって出てたんだけど、もしやり直せば、最後違う形の終わり方になったのかな。Thanks for playing. You'll be able to help Junon face the most challenging day in her life and the full version of the wreck. Add the game to your wish list on Steam. ということで、まあ、デモはこれで終わりなんですけれども、主人公のジュノンが、まあ、大変な一日を過ごしてるんですが、それをもっと体験できるっていうのが正式版ですね。The Wreck になります。ちょっと Life is Strange っぽいのかなとか思いましたけどね。 これでやっとリスタートって出ましたけれど、私が放置してる時間長かったからとかなのかな。まあ、とりあえず最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。The Wreck 体験版は以上です。